Hey, everybody. We welcome you to episode 10 of Breakpoint Now. We're super proud that we got double digits. First of all, we want to give a big thanks to our new sponsors, Artist Rewards, who are doing some amazing things with independent artists, and also Get the Plugs, an earbud company. So we appreciate the love, and we'll shout you out at the end of this broadcast. Right today, we have super talented singer-songwriter, Miss Jane Handcock. Let's bring her on. How you doing,
What up?
Jane?
What up? What up?
How you been?
I'm good. I'm good. Today is a day. It's a good day. I'm in the middle of shooting some content, so it's a great day.
Awesome,
How are
great. Well,
you?
it's great to virtually meet you.
Absolutely.
Whenever we can start booking shows again, we'll get you a show in LA and we can meet physically.
For sure, for sure. But how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
Kind of the times are a little tough right now. You just
Yeah.
gotta be busy. That's why we're doing the Breakpoint Now thing, just to like keep ourselves
Yes.
busy and like introduce everybody to artists they may not know. So,
For sure.
all right. Well, let's get straight into it. You got a new album coming out for real, dropping
Yes.
October 2nd. Can
Literally.
you give us some info about that, and also like kind of like where did this come from?
For real, it's just something that I always say, and a lot of people from where I'm from, I won't say we originated for real, that phrase and that lingo, but I definitely grew up hearing it from the Bay, and it's something that I feel like my music is. It's for real. It's for the real. It's something that you can just definitely take with you, and you're gonna feel something, and I feel like that's real. So for real.
Good, yeah, that's awesome. I know, and you guys gave me a little a sneak peek, man. I'll tell you right now, you guys better go pre-order that thing right now. Actually, let me got a little ticker for you. You can follow
I
her on
appreciate
Facebook,
it.
IG at Miss Jane Hancock, Twitter Hancock J.
Yeah,
Pre-order the new album right now. I'm telling you, it's bananas. I loved it.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's some perks of being an agent. You get some perks sometimes.
Right.
So now you're joining us from. Are you from the Bay? Are you living in the Bay now, or are you in Atlanta? I know you kind
Yes,
of.
literally right now. I'm in the Bay. Right now I'm in San Francisco, so it might sound a little loud in my background, but yeah, in the city, in the Bay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm right down. I mean, I'm in Long Beach, so I'm like not too far
Oh,
from you.
word. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a little
Around the
West Coast
corner.
love.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. All right. And then you were just on a project with Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Like he's one of me and my son's favorite basketball players. And he's one of those few people who are like good at basketball and at rapping. You're right. There's only
Yeah.
a select few that have ever done it. And yeah, he's done a lot of good things. How was that experience?
He's a beast. It wasn't as normal as it probably would be, with COVID and everything, but we just kind of linked up on Instagram, and we have mutual friends, and it just kind of happened to where um Raphael, shout out Raphael Sadiq, Ray had hit me up and was like, yo, I got this hook that I need you to do, to write with me on, and it was for Dame, and that's how we just kind of linked. It was just like, all right, cool, we did it that way, and it was almost like, it came full circle because we had been talking about linking anyway. So he just thought, we did a few joints, we got a few records together, and we just kind of shoot them back and forth to each other, but it's just really great energy. He's somebody who's just super like, he's just really one of the most thorough and just solid guys I know, for sure.
Oh, that's great to hear, man. Yeah, because on the court he's that way too. He's
Mm-hmm.
really hones his craft on everything. So that's cool.
Very real.
He's from the Bay, right? If
Yeah,
I'm not
from Oakland.
mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Uh, yeah. So I mean, that's awesome. Any other like music projects that you might be working on that maybe you could share with us? Not trying to pry too much, but
Look, I'm trying to see. I have a follow-up project after For Real. Um, that I'll be kind of. I actually have two. I have one that I'm about to do on vinyl. That I'll kind of, you'll see more about. And then I have a follow-up project that I'm going to be doing for all streaming platforms, following up for real. So that's going to be dope. I have been writing and working with some artists. I just don't be wanting to say because you know how that
Yeah.
goes with when it comes to placements and stuff like that. You just never know if your record's really going to make the cut until you know it's kind of towards
Yeah.
time to really kind of plan and prep. So I have been working with you know a few artists here and there, but really just kind of tapping into my artistry has been fun right now.
Oh, great. Yeah. And especially during this time, it's probably not the same. You can't be in a studio with
Yeah,
somebody, it's a little bit different. So the fact that a lot of artists are doing them for now,
yeah,
and doing their solo stuff, I mean, that's what you got to do right now. So,
yeah,
yeah. So we appreciate that. Like, you're able to still do that and just tapping into yourself.
yes,
So,
yes.
all right. So let's get a little personal here. People don't know you suffer from lupus,
Yeah.
and it damaged your eyesight for a
Yes.
time. How did that impact your music career, and how were you able to overcome that?
I don't think it impacted my career so much because I was diagnosed in the 11th grade. So when I was in the ninth grade, I got really, really, really sick. And I remember being in the hospital for like 2 months almost, a month and some change for sure.
Hmm.
And, you know, it was just a weird time. You know, I don't really know how to explain it when you're young and you're sick, it's just like weird, you know, because I remember I had came back to school like the last week of school and nobody really knew how to take it because it was just like, where have you been kind of thing. So I found out when I was younger, which let me kind of get used to having the illness um in my teenage years. You know, I had to go through a lot of like body changes and stuff like that when I was a teenager. So I think that kind of, you know, prepped me for life, period. Because once I got an
Hmm.
adult, it's just like, okay, let me figure out. It became more about my health and what I need to do to stay healthy to not, you know, go into having a, you know, flare up. And let me just do that versus, you know, I was really insecure about it when I was younger, but it made me prepped for the industry for sure when I was younger.
Nice. Yeah, definitely builds that strength. Like, I can do if I can beat that,
Yeah,
then I can beat anything professionally that I need to do. Right.
for sure.
Awesome. Cool. So you started as a songwriter solely, like a solely songwriter,
Yeah.
and then yeah, you switched over to becoming a performer. Like, how was that transition, and how do you prepare for something like that?
It was actually really cool. I mean, when I was in high school, I went to Oakland School for the Arts. Shout out OSA. You know, I was doing musical theater there, so you know, I was like performing, you know, just around gigging and lying about my age. Singing in like juke joints and clubs and just really like out there. So I wasn't like, you know, scared. You know, it wasn't really honestly, I entered the industry with songwriting, but I only did it because it was just like I had to write my own song. I can't sing anybody else's song. I learned enough of that to know that that's not how the industry went. So I had to just start writing my own songs, and people took to them, which is dope. And it opened doors for me to really just have a lot of resources. So you know, it's something that I like to do just for fun. And, you know, at this point, I've just learned to mesh the two. You know, I just like to sing and write. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Piggybacking off of that, so I'll name drop on your behalf. You work with legends like Teddy Riley, like you were saying, Raphael Sadiq, Rick Ross, Tyrese, wrote a song for Kelly Rowland. I mean, those are some big names in the industry. How do you keep from like geeking out? I guess for a lack of a better phrase, like, to me, if I was being, I'm like, oh my god, like Tyrese, I've been listening to you since high school. So like, how do you keep your composure? I guess.
um, I've always been somebody, I think when you grow up a certain way, especially I think school formed a lot of my personality, I think. So, where I come from, you just can't be too hype about nothing or you look corny. So, like, you know, a part of me just, I be geeking out, but inward. Like, I really don't show, like, damn, yo, I'm sitting in the studio with so and so until I'm like at home thinking about it or talking to my friends about it or something. But I always kind of just take that fantasy thing out of my head too, because these are just people, and we all, are so much of the same. It's not even funny. Like everybody, we all relate to each other so much that, these are just people. And I don't think I'll ever be like super, super geeked unless it's somebody like, I don't know, like Stevie Wonder or something. Like somebody just like legendary. Not saying that people aren't legendary, but I don't know. It got to be somebody probably like old, like Patti LaBelle and Gladys. I would
Oh my
geek
god.
out. Like those are people to me. Like I would geek out on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same here. Yeah, same here. I love that stuff.
yeah,
Get it from my parents too. That old soul, man. Love
yeah,
it. Cool. Yeah, and so you brought up Stevie Wonder. You've said in other interviews that you prefer to follow in the footsteps of greats like that. Like a Lauryn Hill or an Erykah Badu, or
yeah,
you know what I mean, Patti LaBelle.
yeah.
What made you? How did that? What made you want to make music like that, as opposed to maybe making more club rap? Which I mean, you do make good. You make songs for the club too.
Yeah.
But you said you prefer to like follow in that direction. Like, how do you? What kind of set that off in your mind that that's what you wanted to do?
Um, when I was in high school, I was like that. When I was in high school, like all I listened to was like India Irie and Music Soul Child and Jill and Erykah Badu and The Roots and Ledisi, Guapale, like those type of artists, and or like Common, like real hip hop, like real like rap. I think when I got older, living fun is just like I end up kind of, I love Future. I love all the music that's really out. But I just know that those artists impacted me heavily when I was younger. And for some reason, I steered away from it. So, like, I do have records that are out that really sound like I could do anything because, I've been blessed to write music and go through those motions to where you have to be able to be versatile. But when it comes to me being an artist, I want to go back to, soul music in a lot of shapes and forms. You can put soul in it. That's just my primary thing is to go back to just what I was doing. And those artists are,
Yeah.
who and what impacted me. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so you're
Thank
good
you.
friends with Adrian Marcel. You guys been friends for a
Yes,
while
yes,
now.
yes,
He's also crazy talented, and he's on the Breakpoint roster as well. Um, but yeah, how
yes.
did explain that relationship and how long have you guys been rocking with each other?
Ooh, over 15 years. Over 15 years.
Wow.
Literally. That we met in high school and we literally have not detached from each other.
Yeah, he's super talented. Man. He's got a great voice.
Yeah, he's dope. That's my brother.
Um, how has he helped you on your musical journey?
I think he's helped just mold me into a better songwriter. He was the artist that um we I get to experiment with him. I get to do things that I necessarily maybe wouldn't do in front of somebody that I'm really not, in the know of. So with him, he helps me grow. He doesn't mind trying new melodies and new ways to attack lyrics, cadences, whatever. So it's always like school with him.
That's awesome. It's great to have a friend like that, right?
Hmm.
Man, awesome. All right, is there anybody else you want to shout out? Before we get into our fun here.
Man, shout out. everybody listening. Shout out my team. Shout out National. Shout out everybody that's truly just rocking with me. If you believe in me, thank you. So, yep.
That's great. All right. While she's taking care of technical difficulties, I'd like to shout out our new sponsors that we have, Artist Rewards and Get the Plugs. Artist Rewards, they've been doing a lot of great stuff for independent artists, helping them get paid a little bit more. So check them out if you're an independent artist. Also, Get the Plugs, the earbud company that have decided to sponsor us as well. So, which is pretty cool. We appreciate the love, guys. Like, we really love having your name on here. So make sure you check both of them out, artistwars.com, gettheplugs.com. If you guys want to check me out, I'm on IG at jesse.breakpoint.booking. You can also check our company out, breakpointbooking.com. Facebook at Breakpoint Booking, and then IG at Breakpoint Booking, BKNG. So check us out. If you're an independent artist, you want to check us out and send us some of your music. Or we're gonna have some stuff coming up, maybe some live streaming shows. So follow us there. Looks like Jane might have left the chat. So I guess that'll be it for now. Thank you so much. If we get back on again, I'll come back on. But everyone stay safe out there. Protect your fellow people. Love having you around for episode 10, double digit. We're super excited about it. But thank you so much, and you guys take care. All right.